Sowore itself, and he also said he's suspending those who suspended him. What do we make out of all of this? Let's not also forget the fact that this is a man who wanted to challenge the presidency of Buhari. He wanted to be a president, and he was coming from the youthful perspective that the youth needed to get this position. But when you have instances like this, what are we dealing with here? Let me start with Koyiladele.
You see, incidentally, I sat with Sowore in a radio station, and I looked at him to his face, and I advised him that he's not a proper and fit person to vie for the presidency of Nigeria.
What did you say?
I don't deceive myself. In fact, I saw a lot of youth. It took the youth for a ride. And even
so are you aligning yourself with the party politics here?
With what happened and what has unfolded. This morning I called a friend of mine. I said, well, can you now juxtapose what I said about Sowore with what has recently happened with his suspension? These are people who are just looking for means of survival. These are unserious people.
My goodness.
It's a pity that
I'm actually hearing that for the first time, so I'm a little bit shocked.
These are very unserious people.
Okay.
I didn't lose my sleep that the last election was going to be between Buhari and Atiku, because I couldn't see a formidable set of people coming up to challenge the status quo. I realized that the coming of Sowore is just, I saw him as a young man who was thinking of seeking relevance in another aspect of life.
So you do not believe in the not too young to run?
I believe
law
in the
itself,
young,
because he is more of the youthful class.
Yes, here. But not the caliber of the kind of Sowore that I know. Not the caliber of person of Sowore.
Do you agree?
Even while I was
seated, do you agree to an extent?
You see, my grasp is, who is the young person?
Oh, okay.
Sowore is 47. He's older than me.
My goodness, okay.
So, I don't get it. Now, back to the basics. Everything in life follows a principle. The people you see active on the political scene today. Now, the political classroom has just one door, and it is an entry door. Once you get in, you are there till death do you part. There is no retirement age, and most of the people you see, if you track you can trace their trajectory, and you can see them at some point. They are up season, then something happens, and then something happens. Those who persevere from their generation, there are many who are leaving but are no longer active on the political scene. What happened to them? Everything in life, including what God does, follows principles. And those principles cannot be short-circuited. You cannot circumvent them. Look at these 4 political parties: AAC, ANRP, YDP, NIP. I picked these 4 because they were the most visible in the last election. I think Faladro Toye was a joke.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes. Yeah. So I won't even bother myself.
Why would you say that?
Because that's a lot. Politics. How many of Faladro Toye's posters did you see in Oyo State? Did you see anybody?
So you feel that he's not done enough campaign?
It's not about campaign. Our law says if you want to be governor of a state, like Oyo State, we have 33 established local governments.
Okay.
You must win in minimum of 2/3
okay,
of those local governments, and then you must have simple majority. So if you want to be governor in Oyo State and your party does not have does not have candidates for the elective positions in those places,
shouldn't be a prerequisite. Really, let's look at the personality of the candidate.
Don't talk about personality.
Okay.
Because it's not going to get us anywhere.
Okay.
Engineer Seyi Makinde is going to be sworn in another 15 days from today. He said you can have a good product, Without a good platform, that product is not going to do well.
Is it healthy for our
Meanwhile,
politics in Nigeria?
I am a graduate of public relations, even at postgraduate level. So I can tell you that if you want to kill a bad product, just advertise it. It will die. More people will require it than when they try it. They're not going to be satisfied. Meanwhile, you will have increased your capacity to produce. And so you will have a lot of unsold products, and the product is going to die a natural death. Look, everything we are seeing is because principles have not been followed. There is no way, there was no way those parties could have, the sum of their votes, what did it come
to? The way you are sounding, really, can we get out of this quagmire? Because I'm wondering.
Which quagmire?
Which quagmire? Politics of money. That's what Nigerians have complained about.
No.
Because now you talk about the platform.
Principles.
The platform. Now, how many people knows this party? How popular are these parties?
It's not even the party.
Oh, okay.
There is no... Look, in 2003, most of us who are agitating now were born. We were wise. We were matured enough to see what was happening in 2003. By the time elections was holding in 2003, there was a serious problem between the Lagos state government and the federal government. We had PDP in power at the center. We had AD governors in the southwest. But Lagos was a hotbed. And by that time, at least about a year of their allocations had been seized. And they went into election. And all the other southwest governors who were elected on the platform of AD lost their elections. Except Bola Tinubu. What did Bola Tinubu do? He introspected and he formed another party called Action Congress. And then he was alone. He invited Baba Akonde, if you remember. And Baba Akonde was the interim chairman, of that party for a long time. And then it was just him and Baba Akonde, and gradually they built that. Before the end of that term, they were able to get what happened in Edo State, and gradually it began to build. Why didn't Bola Ahmed Tinubu, why didn't he challenge the center? They actually presented Atiku ran on the platform of AC in 2007. How far did they go? Everything in life follows principles.
My own query is the words used by Koyeladele. He said that. Yes, because to an extent he said that he's an irresponsible person. Look, if I get it correctly, to be a president, that's what I got from what he said.
Sowore is not the caliber of person Nigeria will require as the president.
Why?
Good.
He's a citizen of the country. Let me make some he runs a news, an online news engine.
Everything I want to say about Sowore spread over to the rest of them. You don't just wake up overnight and say you want to be president of Nigeria.
Why?
But they did that. Let me tell you something. But
doesn't the Constitution give you the
example of anywhere in the world that has happened before?
If it happens in Nigeria, it means he's a president.
No, it's not. Look, okay, now
and it's a time.
I want to agree that
it's a time Nigerians wanted a difference in
the
Nigerians.
We
are.
Why didn't you go to vote?
People on the street.
Why didn't those people? Why didn't they go to vote?
A lot of them were at the polling booths.
Let me lay something on the ground. Now, what I want to lay on the ground is this. I want to sincerely believe that all this character needed fame, they needed money, they needed to advertise.
Including that of Omoyele.
Every one of them. Omoyele, Sowore, Fela Durotoye, Mogalu, and none of them I believe. None of them I believe was dynamic.
Let me refresh our memories.
Yes.
During the debates, the presidential debates, how many of these big wigs came out to actually debate, to talk about what they have in stock for Nigerians? Well, we saw the likes of Fela Durotoye
doing what they know how to do best.
Talk about the principles here.
Let me remind you.
Let me talk about principle. Let me talk about the principle.
Yes.
Parading manifestos is not really... Nigerians are wise. Nigeria knows the kind of people that can lead them. They know the kind of people they can trust.
Does he answer the question of what buying here? Because those are some of the allegations.
So you are assuming.
That's an allegation.
You are assuming that every of the 15 plus 13 million people who voted both Atiku and Buhari were bought. I voted.
There are widespread allegations.
I voted.
Let's take a show.
And I voted together with my husband, and we were not paid a dime.
You were not paid. Can you answer for several other Nigerians?
Can you answer for them that they were paid?
You said that.
You did.
I asked the question here.
Every political party
generalization.
It's not.
Every political party
it's still generalization.
in one way or the other will use money.
Or some other things, whatever they have.
They will use money or whatever they have. Forget about money for now. Let's talk about those
should tell the fact that
we are looking at
there are manipulation in this process
Sowore and his suspension. To me, I don't see it as anything. Sowore's suspension it has just revealed the kind of person that he actually has been, that they just realized.
Isn't that too hasty to say?
It's not.
Let's also talk about some of the things he said about CBN, the scandal involving Emefiele.
How does is Emefiele member of
let me get to my let me land here. And of course we had the likes of Comrade Adinyoju coming up to tweet that this could easily be linked up. And of course we had Omoyele to coming out to say these individuals who suspended him have been bought over. Are we ruling that out too?
Okay, now let me remind you that in January, the Director General of Sowore's campaign committee, let me tell you, I am Sowore's friend. I can say that. And
are you sure?
I'm telling you.
Are you sure you're not speaking the mind of Sowore? You're not on its side here. Because
I'm not.
Because you talk about friendship here.
I have
so it goes a lot
on paper.
Okay.
And these are hard facts that you can get anywhere. The DG of his campaign organization resigned. I think that was early February. Why did he resign? There were issues. Now, when you know, I gave you 4 political parties. At least 2 of these political parties, I was involved. At least I played a little role in getting them registered. I paid money. We pulled money together, and even getting them established in these Oyo states. The candidate of NIP in the last election was Basa. You can call her and mention my name. I didn't know her from anywhere, but I bought into a candidate. And if you remember, she contested for the primaries in ANRP before the thing swung against her, and then NIP offered the platform. Where am I going? 2 factors stand out in what this the neck of AAC. Okay. What did they say? They said
the resolution itself
that he has refused to convene, the convention of the party. And don't you find it funny that the let me say the motivator, he is the alpha and omega of the party. He is both the presidential candidate and the chairman, and the same is true for ANRP. This leads me to the second accusation, the second allegation, which is that foreign funds have been brought in that cannot be accounted for. Can you remember what Abda said to Obiezekwe?
That's right.
Can you recall? So when you put this together, put at the back of your mind that 2 weeks ago, the British Council came out to say they spent almost £1 million British pounds on Not Too Young to Run bill through Yega. Can you see? But
how does it translate into Sowore, for instance, or Moyele having instance in all of this?
His party just said that he got. We all know.
His party said it's not been investigated.
Who has been investigating what the video? The CBN.
Let me come in there.
The CBN.
We've not seen any evidence.
The CBN tape that you are alleging. Yes. Who has investigated it?
It's open. It's open.
And this one is not open.
What I'm saying is that
did Sowore open a GoFundMe account?
Go ahead.
Let me say something.
I don't understand.
Of all the allegations rolled out by the man, the party Maxi, I want to tell you that the weightiest one is the fact that Sowore was keeping the party's fund in his pocket. And if you look at
But those are not far-fetched facts.
Why?
Because before you can make an assertion to say that this thing is real, it must have proof. It must have evidence.
It's
Even if you go to court.
I think you are too partisan.
I'm looking at it from the face. Okay, let me even
It's unfortunate that
let me just say this. If you take a case to court, for instance, and you say this certain individual has stolen, you must be able to prove beyond every reasonable doubt
that
this individual is guilty. In this instance, we cannot pass an aspersion on the
You are not none of us here are card-carrying members of this.
Obviously,
those who are card-carrying members.
But what I'm saying is that it will be too quick to judge.
So why are you? But you are
to keep a liberal mind.
You are agreeing with Sowore.
I'm not.
When he has now counter.
I'm not. I'm just saying it's too early to begin to nail him to the cross.
I'm not nailing him.
It's a pity that the people that are saying those who are ruling us are bad, they are this, they are that, are the same people we are saying their greed, their selfishness, and their abnormality. Because if you look at it, the treasury, how can the fund of the party get to you as the chairman of the
because
party?
There's no convention.
It's not supposed to be. They should have treasurer.
No,
they should have secretary.
That's why he has refused. Once there's a convention, those positions will be filled.
That's why I believe they have an agenda. If their intention was not presidency, they know money will come in. They know they are not. Even if you look at the spread in politics, there is alignment. How much alignment do they do to spread to the east, to spread to the north, for those who are canvassing to become president of Nigeria?
To be president of Nigeria, you need to win 24 states.
In Nigeria, have 36 states.
But let me also state something very
How far
clearly.
are they able to vote?
For the first time in the history of Nigeria, we saw people who came out who were able to tell us what they'll be doing in government.
They had a huge agenda. That was just the front.
Let me tell you something.
Presented the front.
They
just presented the front.
Are we saying that the likes of Feladuro Toye do not mean well for this country? Are we saying that Kingsley Moghalu does not mean well?
That is not out to buy
Gbolabo.
Why?
If wishes were horses, if wishes were horses,
it's not the issue of speaking grammar.
If wishes were horses, before we went into this discussion, I premised my opinion on the fact that everything in life follows principles.
Must we always follow this tiptoe principle?
Because
that's the
foundation, and that is why our mindsets are warped. That is why if we bring, if you take everybody in Nigeria out right now and take us to which country will even size us? It will have to be US.
Okay, because we are large enough.
Because and then bring the Americans to Nigeria. Give us 2 years. We'll be running out of that side. Why? It's our mindsets. Our intentions are not genuine. You cannot build anything on falsehood.
That's true.
It's not possible.
But we've been seeing recyclement. We've been seeing leaders who have been recycled.
Now
you are not complaining about these people
because they are not our issue for today.
Because they are not our issue.
Okay, of course, in a way they have a role to play.
Somebody asked
if you look at the fight against corruption,
you are talking about.
Let's look at the fight against corruption itself. This is a corruption case. Where have we been with corruption
Which corruption
itself?
case?
Of course, we know we are riddled with corruption in the country
corruption
itself.
Fight, you mean?
Exactly.
I want to take you back to the issue of
Is it not ongoing?
What have you achieved?
Forget.
That's for the first time.
It's ongoing. What have you achieved? Are we benefiting from it?
Sorry, I want you to be clear. I want you to be clear.
Money is being returned.
How?
I want you to be clear.
Properties are being confiscated. People are facing
We are
fire.
the #1 hungry country in the world.
You can choose to, but this same you
can choose to accept that.
This same the people who mouth this, we are the poverty capital of the world, are the same people who are against an intervention of 10.
Are you saying all these are lies?
And they are the people that led.
Are you saying these are not?
I'm saying we are contradictory. We are contradictory. We have something that is dissonant in us. What is dissonance?
Are you saying Nigerians are not hungry here?
Nigerians are hungry, but something led to the hunger.
That's the point we are saying.
About the hunger.
I don't know what to say to you any longer.
It's just like
the
proverb of the K-legged man. He said, you are looking at the top, you are not looking at the source of the foundation. Something caused the hunger. Something brought about
is it not the issue we're talking about?
Mismanagement of Nigeria. And I believe this is the same thing the like of Sowore will have continued, even in a worse dimension.
But that is too hasty to say.
It's not hasty.
This is
because of the character they have displayed. Because of their greed.
Just one single allegation coming from the political party.
That is, you are seeing
to castigate him.
You are seeing one.
I sat down in a radio station
Mm.
with Sowore.
This was
somebody
just
made
before
a phone
election.
just before election. Somebody phoned in to allege that he was blackmailing him. That was not the only one. Even before the election, there was another lady that said they employed the services of Sahara Reporter to cover an event of some children, child abuse issue, and that he sat on it, collected money from the people. When we are talking about caliber of people, I don't see this kind of people as the right set of people to vie for leadership in this
There
country.
is no saint anywhere.
There's no saint anywhere, but the truth of the matter is,
so we should continue. We should continue with the system.
No, we
shouldn't
continue.
have fresh blood.
We should promote
which fresh
people.
blood?
And like the likes of Moghalu and the Sowore that we're talking
we are
about
not
here.
watching them.
Bankole was a Speaker of the House of Representatives at age 32. He's still alive. He's not dead. This thing happened just about 10 years ago. We didn't need legislation to do it. We will continue until we agree that it takes hard work. No, the Bible says it. I'm sorry, I'm a Christian, and that's the only holy book, but I'm sure there will be something, the corollary in the Quran, that no oppressor ever gives up power. You have to take it. And it's not just in sloganeering. You cannot take over the presidency of a country in 1 year. It's not possible.
In
not
Nigeria.
a country this
and another
big.
thing I said in that regard is that activism is quite different from politics. In activism, you can be a champion overnight by your radicalism. By being a radical, by being rascally, people will celebrate you. But in politics, people want to study you. They want to look at how articulate you are, what you have got to offer, your character, and your traits. And this is what is wanting in many of these people.
You have said you are promoting the brand of Sowore's politics. I explained to you what Bola Ahmed Tinubu did.
Must he follow in that foot line itself? We must know that our democracy should involve here.
Politics is alignment.
There must be an involvement here.
Okay, no problem.
There must be
2023 will soon meet us.
Okay.
You see, the truth
Who will
is
be here?
Politics.
That's from your own perspective.
I said something recently.
That's from your own perspective.
Of all of them, I
unless
believe more in the manifesto of Moghalu. I saw that manifesto is open enough to move Nigeria forward.
Okay.
But now to Moghalu and his base, which is the eastern Nigeria, how much of himself has he sold to his people? How much of Moghalu do the northerners know? How much of Moghalu do the Yorubas know? I saw him, I look at the manifesto as an enlightened person. I looked at all the pencil down there, which anybody can do. You can just put things together on a piece of paper. It's another thing to get there and execute it. But however, on the basis of what he placed on the pieces of paper, how much of himself has he sold to the people? Politics is not
We just have to round up on this, but what are your parting words on this very issue itself? How can we get out of this?
Senator-elect Ifeanyi Ubah was elected on the platform of YDP, which is the party Moghalu ran on. I'm sure you know.
Of course.
And he won that election with almost 90,000 votes. How many votes did Moghalu have nationwide? You tell me they were bought, right? Even if people were bought. Continue.
Okay, it's a whole lot. But we hope that, as a matter of fact, proper investigations will be done on these issues. And of course, we won't have issues like this crop up without thorough investigations and facts will be brought to the front burner itself. We'll take this break, but when we come back, we'll start up with another topic entirely, still on political talk. So stay with us.
Taken for granted.
You say hi. Once again, say hey. Your names have been
Listen to El-Rufai and all of this development. What do we make out of it?
Well, my view of the person of El-Rufai is oftentimes I see him as childish.
Oh, really?
Yes, I see him as childish in most of his comments. Who has El-Rufai not abused at one time or the other in Nigeria?
So are you saying he's not saying the truth here?
He has abused Obasanjo, he has abused President Buhari, he has abused Atiku Abubakar, who brought him into politics and was at least a party to his being made a minister.
So you think he's doing the wrong path for criticizing godfatherism?
He is a desperate politician who keeps looking for opportunity here and there, and he's being Maradonic, looking for advantage. So he believes when he put the head of this and this together, he will have a way to go. So I see him as a dirty politician, and I believe in overall assessment, he's very childish.
My goodness, but when we look at the issue of godfatherism, don't you think El-Rufai is on a good path?
Now, I want to ask you, I said it here even in this studio some times ago, in politics, you cannot completely rule out godfatherism.
Is that not the problem we're having in Nigeria?
No,
because we need the anointing of someone to become. Should that be the case here?
No, the truth is...
I mean, you actually have a gesture towards this. What is your stance on this?
Before Yemi comes in, let me make a point on that.
Okay.
Politics is alignment. And when, for example, if I wake up today, I want to be the governor of Oyo State, I must move around. I must go and meet people. I must sign my...
You must be anointed first.
You have to go
you must
you know the Yoruba adage says?
Yes.
The person you met at the village is the head. Are you getting what I mean? So there are people.
Why do we need all these people?
Without
Why do we
them,
need their
you
hands
cannot
on
make a headway.
Why?
That's the truth
Is that not a problem we
on my Facebook page
Where are you
today?
coming from?
Yeah.
On my Facebook page today, I've put punchlines that I woke up with. One, to every door of opportunity, there is a gatekeeper. Now, the second one is character is the principal thing. Guard yours. 3, I just looked at what has played out in the past couple of days. Let me say in the past couple of months in the Lagos particularly, and their politics and all that. And I looked at the person of Governor Ambode and his visit to the president yesterday, and I shook my head. The people who did it in 2015,
where are they?
They've gone back. There is a difference between somebody who plays Godfather. Godfathers don't produce successful people. They produce minions. There's a difference between that and a mentor. A Godfather is a politician. He only thinks about the next election, which is what you are seeing playing out. The mentor is a visionary.
So you support El-Rufai?
Please let me land.
Okay.
He thinks about the next generation. I love El-Rufai. I've read all his books.
Okay.
I can almost quote them. And I know where he and Asiwaju are coming from. Most of the people on the field right now, they don't understand where these two are coming from.
So where are they coming from here?
And when you talk about godfatherism, I refuse to agree that Tinubu is a godfather.
Oh, really?
He does not fit the bill.
Really?
He doesn't?
Yes,
He doesn't fit the bill.
Okay.
Because you see him more as a mentor. You see him more as a fighter.
I mean, these are personal opinions.
He's a political reformer.
I mean, it's not. I mean, it's not a law. So people are free to disagree.
As a strategist, somebody who will look at things, and somebody even call him a game changer. That's why you can at least give him the credit of sending off a sitting president.
Yeah, but there have been a lot of issues around Tinubu itself. During the 2019 elections, we saw some bullion vans. We actually, a lot of reports, and he didn't deny that those bullion vans came into his building itself. When you have instances like this and you give room for a lot of speculations, and Nigerians, quite a number of Lagosians believe today that Tinubu is a godfather figure for most politicians.
Can I tell you something about the bullion van?
Yes.
The petrol station beside me, it is a bullion van that comes to cut their money to the bank.
Does that explain a bullion van entering into a personal
This is a politician who may, that tells you
that
the money comes from the bank. It's not a money It's not
laundered.
a drug money. Laundered, you know, in any way. It's not a money kept anywhere. It's not drug money. It's not a money kept.
How are we sure?
2023 is upon
This
us.
money came from a bank.
How are we sure?
Very
Were you
very-
there?
I'm sorry.
Were you there?
You are contradicting yourself again.
I'm not.
You are.
I'm not.
When
Where
we talked about
who
Sowore,
used billion
you
bags?
said there is no proof.
I'm not. I'm
What
not.
is your proof here?
Is it not
No,
a
that's the
bank?
question I'm asking here.
The bullion van came
That's
from
the
a
question.
bank.
How are you sure this bullion van came from the bank? Who
The
said
people
so?
reported it said
Did
it,
you investigate
that,
it?
I mean, Sahara reported said they moved a bullion van from a bank into Ashua Juice compound.
All we
So
saw
the
from
truth
the
of the
picture.
matter is that the bullion van came
In the
from
last
the bank.
3 months, I've read at least 5 stories on Sahara reporters that are outrightly false. Outrightly false. And I challenge them.
What
to
made you
come-
say they are false here?
Because I know. Nobody told me. I was
You
there.
did your personal investigation.
Forget, I was there
On those happenings.
on those happenings. I challenge them to challenge me. I've unsubscribed from their platform.
So on the issue
I'm a
of
journalist.
and-
Once I clip you once, twice, 3 times.
because
on
we
false
really
stories.
have to go
On the
on
issue
this
of-
issue
Don't
of
do it.
godfatherism
That's right.
itself. How can we get out of? Because I know for a fact Nigerians do not want to hear the word godfather.
Those Nigerians that do not want to hear it,
Yes.
when they want to get a job
Who
at
did they go to?
IBR, they look for a gatekeeper
Oh,
to
really?
IBR,
Oh.
and they go through that person. When they want to go for medical
There's no,
checkup,
the last time I checked, I never knew there was a gatekeeper here.
there are
Everything has a
gatekeepers to
gatekeeper.
every
No, I'm not
opportunities.
aware.
There
I'm
are
not- I'm
gatekeepers.
shocked.
Are you not a journalist?
No,
I'm a
Do you know
journalist.
who a
Let me
gatekeeper
say it
is?
in another
Of
way.
course, you have linked them up to someone who is a godfather
My
here. if I'm
darling, let me
correct.
say it in this way.
Yes.
A lady scored 247 recently in the jam that was released 2-3 days ago. She wanted to do a course in University of Ibadan. She scored 247, which is a good mark. Yesterday I was in Bible study. The mother and the daughter came to me. They said, "Daddy, our daughter scored 247. Who do you know in UI so that we can start?"
That's one case out of so many others.
That is one
Which-
case.
which
out
is
of-
not the same thing
we
for
are
some
talking
other
of-
people.
We are talking of Nigeria for you. Everybody always think in terms of who knows who.
Does
knows
it help
he.
our politics? That's a question.
Does it help our polity?
Oh,
Don't
really?
go into politics.
Oh, okay.
Because it is our mindset. I have said it here today that if you remove us and put people with genuine intentions here, in 2 years there will be a difference. As long as we continue with this bile and bitterness in us, number one, we will not see what our problem is. And as long as we do not know what our problems are, we will never find the solution. This is
back
how
to
we will
El-Rufai.
be.
You need to be optimistic.
I'm back
though.
to El-Rufai who
Because
said-
you
You
sound-
are not optimistic yourself.
you are sounding not
You that want to
optimistic.
kill godfathers. Godfathers, are they not people's fathers?
Let me take
You
the
want
point.
them to die.
Let me take the point before we go.
I've not said that.
Back to
and
our
I can't remember saying
back
that.
to our El-Rufai. El-Rufai who said he got rid of 4 godfathers
Yes.
must have created 8 in the stead of the 4 he got rid of. Or he himself made himself another one. Because the truth of the matter is, who are you getting rid
Are
of?
we aligning ourselves here to godfatherism in politics?
We are talking of the fact that
Is that
in
what you are
politics,
saying?
you cannot do without a mentor. You cannot do
Who
without
is
some
this
aids
mentor?
and assistance. So it depends on you, the definition you give to it. I'm not in support of a godfather who sits down and is making demand that a certain percentage
bring
of the
this,
state
bring
money
that.
must come to him.
Like
No,
the Amala
we don't
politics
want
we
that.
saw in Ibadan.
But
in
if you're
time
talking
past.
of a godfather who will give you advice, who will tell you, look, you need to do this.
When
you need to
Seyi
do
Makinde
this.
won the election, where did he go?
Seyi Makinde
He went
that said
straight to
Seyi
Obasanjo.
Makinde that said he doesn't have a godfather.
He went straight to
Ladoja is a
Obasanjo.
godfather who pulled together
To
a
every
team for
door
him
of
to win the
opportunity,
election.
there is a gatekeeper. Let that be
It
your
was
take
Baba
home.
Ladoja who was able to bring this person, bring that person. They came together, sat down, form an alliance that gave him the
This
victory.
is your perspective,
It's
though.
not perspective.
This is
It
your
was in the
opinion,
media.
It's my opinion,
No,
and I
I'm-
take
They had a
responsibility
fresh
for it.
FM.
It's your opinion.
They had
though.
It is my
Because
opinion,
I know for a
and I
fact
take
that quite a number of
responsibility for it.
Nigerians would disagree.
Immediately
Some
after,
Nigerians
And
do not want
some
to
will
hear.
agree.
I'm saying it's your
Seyi
opinion.
Makinde has
You
won
people
the
think
election.
that yours is the dominant narrative.
It's
not
not.
true.
Even
It's
the
not
man-
true.
not.
Even immediately Seyi Makinde won the election, the party he left, SDP, the chairman or the past chairman, Baba Olufalaye, came on a visit to him and he told Baba, please, this door is open every day. Who is Baba Olufalaye? Give him
gatekeeper.
That's a godfather. That's a mentor to him. It depends on how he wants to use him.
I must say thank you so much, Yemi Alabi, of course, and I've been speaking to Koyeladele. It's been a pleasure having you on this platform itself to look at all of these issues. But I know that as a matter of fact, our political leaders need to be more responsible, especially to their mandates to make the country a better place for everyone. My name is Gbolabo Famous-Cole. Do join us again next week, Tuesday, for another lovely edition of Political Talk. Do have a blessed evening.
I intend to keep my oath and serve as president to all Nigerians. I belong to everybody and I belong to nobody.
That this is an impeachable offense. It's an impeachable offense and we cannot allow that. We cannot stay here and Nigerians will, the assembly will be taken for granted. Nigerians will be taken for granted.
People say aye. Those against say nay. The nays have it.